Hey everybody, it is Jennifer Auer from Jersey Family Fun, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to reach out to those of you with home gardens or those who participate in CSA farms where you pick up your crops or your share of the farm yields every week. I had an experience this morning and it reminded me of another experience that I've had that inspired me to want to share this video with you. So we have a home garden that we started back in April in partnership with LeafBox. LeafBox offers a subscription program where you can order either a small or a large amount of basically starter plants to, there goes the sun right in my face, to start a home garden. And so we went, because I wanted to fully experience as much as I could from them, we went with the full program, the largest box collection that you can get, which I believe is about 36 plants. And because there was a little bit of an issue with the first set of tomatoes that we got, they actually sent us a whole new set of plants to grow. So we knew going into this garden that we would have quite an abundance of food and crops if everything went well. My husband and I, with the help of our teenagers, we planted 3 raised beds, and we have lots of pots going. We have never had this much going in our backyard, but it's exciting. And I went into it knowing that whatever extra food that we produce, we would be able to donate to the community food bank or some of the local programs around us. And so I was excited for that possibility. We did have more plants than we could possibly plant because building raised garden beds can be a little bit expensive, especially because the lumber prices were increased right now. So we planted quite a bit, and then we also donated extra seedlings to our school's community garden, as well as to some friends and neighbors. There's the air conditioning kicking on. I hope that doesn't sound too bad. Anyhow, so I had gone into it knowing that whatever we donate, whatever we had too much of that I really wanted to donate. We were growing squash, which is something, or are growing squash, which is not something that my family usually eats. We have cucumbers growing, an abundance of cucumbers right now. We have lots of little grape tomatoes. We have some peppers growing. We have our tomato, for those of you who participated in the Lowe's Garden to Go kits, we have our tomato plant growing. That is producing quite some big, not ready yet, tomatoes. But all of that to say that today I had an abundance of cucumbers. I had at least 10 cucumbers that I knew that we weren't going to need, and I drove over and donated them to our community food bank of Southern New Jersey. There are 2 branches of the community food bank, one in South Jersey, one in North Jersey in Hillsdale, and they help provide food to a number of locations and pantries throughout New Jersey, as well as having mobile food pantries, which brought me to the second part. I can remember volunteering with the mobile food pantries before the pandemic, and I'm looking forward to being able to do that again. And just what a difference it made to have produce. There are a lot of fabulous things that get donated from businesses and so forth in the area to the food bank, as well as regular people like you or I. But it was always especially exciting when there was produce that we could give to the families. The difference that made, being able to know just what that means, right? To be able to give them fresh produce, and the looks on their faces when they would be able to take that home, or seeing, or being able to say, no, go take as much as you want, and not have to limit them. That's tremendously rewarding to be in that kind of volunteer role, to see the difference and the impact that makes. And so I can tell you, on the weeks that we didn't have produce to donate, produce to give away, that was heartbreaking to me, because I knew the difference that it makes to families. And one of the things that I don't think a lot of people realize is that if you're growing things from your home garden that you don't need, you can donate them to the community food bank or to some of the food shelters in your area. And I would encourage you to do so if you can. If you're going to a CSA, you know you have your designated amount of shares every week, but maybe you're not really sure what to do with it, or that particular week, maybe there's something your kids don't eat. Maybe there's a lot of zucchini and not something else, and so you're thinking about not going or just not using those shares. Why not go pick up those shares anyway, and then just donate them to your local food bank or food shelter? It doesn't seem like a big thing, but it really is. And I want to encourage you that even if you feel like, oh, I don't have enough worth donating, just do it. I mean, none of us may be yielding as much as a regular farm or a business, but know that what we are able to do, what we are able to give, is going to make a difference to families, and it's needed. So as you're taking care of your gardens this summer, or even into the fall, you've got a couple cucumbers to spare, a couple tomatoes, whatever you're growing, whatever you have to spare, considering just packing it up and making a donation to your food bank. You will definitely make a difference to families across New Jersey. So thanks so much, and happy gardening.